says I'm live. All right. Talking shit, getting clicks. I'm live. All right. Well, 3 times in the building. What's going on, everyone? How's everybody doing? How is everyone doing this evening? That's crazy. I like to start that out better. You know what I mean? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. All right, welcome to tonight's show. Tonight's show is Faith Without Memory. That's what I'm calling it. There was just some things I've been thinking about, and some things I've been just working on, and with myself that I'd love to share with you guys. What's going on, Mainline? So yeah, we're at day 15 to 30 days of straight live streaming, hitting the live button at least once a day, and we're also on the seventh day of Kwanzaa. If any of you guys have been following, and if you know anything, you know that today is the seventh day, and it's about Imani. Imani meaning faith, meaning belief, and that's not superstition. Um, it's not inherited like religion. It's not faith you wear because it fits the outfit. Imani is the belief rooted in memory, belief that knows who you are, even when the room gets kind of loud. You know, let me tell you a story. So, if any of you guys out there have ever been to a real club, I'm not talking about a lounge, not like a pop up club. I'm talking about a real club. You will know that there are levels. There's levels. Now, at the very top is usually the VIP balcony, and in the real club, the VIP balcony is usually pretty chill. It's quiet. Excuse me. It's controlled, and it's clear. Nobody's up there screaming. Nobody's begging for it being at you. You know what I mean? Now, they aren't the vibe. They're not there to be the vibe. It's security. They're there to enforce that reality. You know? And then there's everything else. You got the bar, you got the dance, you got the bar, you got the dance floor, got all the noise of the club, the chaos, the crowd just convincing themselves they're having fun out there, and itself out there is like the whole world to them. And most people never leave that floor. Now here's the story. There was someone who belongs to VIP. It was a lady, beautiful lady. She had access to VIP. She had history with the VIP people. She had a great perspective. She was it. She was it. You know what I mean? And she would look down and she would see the party and she started getting a little curious. She's getting curious. The DJ's bumping it up. The beat's about to drop. The beat drops. Crowd's like, oh, oh. They start making a circle. She sees somebody twerking in a circle and she starts getting curious. She tells herself, like, yeah, I can go down there. You know what I mean? I can leave VIP and from doing what I'm doing up here in VIP. I can go down there and hang out with those people. And she's like, yo, I'll dip down for a little bit. I'll come back. I know the way. I've done this before. Right? So she leaves the balcony and security clocks it immediately. Nobody stops her though. Nobody grabs her. Nobody warns her at all. They just let her go, and they just take note and they stop protecting her. She's no longer their responsibility. And the first thing when she goes downstairs, she starts losing stuff. And the first thing she loses, it's nothing really serious. She goes to the bar, she orders a drink, she puts down her phone for just a second, and when she turns back, her phone's gone. She's not even panicking, you know. She's a little annoyed, but she's like, "Yo, it's locked. Find my iPhone. I can go to the store later or whatever. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. I don't need it right now anyway, she keeps moving, and the music's getting loud. Music's getting good though. That bass is pumping. The lights are getting a little crazy. You know what I mean? That fog machine is a little extra foggy, and people are like kind of like getting closer, and like they're bumping her. It's getting a little rowdy on that dance floor, and somebody bumps her right, but apologizes a little too fast. Like my my bad, and it gives her like a big smile. And then she realizes that, yo, my purse is feeling a little lighter. And she checks. Sure enough, her cash is gone. No more racks upon racks upon racks. Somebody went in that purse and got her for her racks upon racks upon racks. But not all of it. But there was enough. There was a stack missing, enough for her to notice. And she's like really irritated now. She's like, damn, like this is crazy. Now she starts blaming the entire room. The crowd, she's mad at the DJ, she mad at the club, and she's like, yo, this place is fucking foul. Everybody in here is shady. Oh, why is it like this here? Right? But she stays. She stays, beats good still. She's dancing. The crowd feels good for a little moment. The bass is hitting, and she's getting looks. She's getting looks from, handsome fellas out there. You know what I mean? Handsome with the stud muffins, if you will. Boy toys, if you will. Heart throbs. With a studs. Like she's feeling good. She's getting good looks out there, and it's a great vibe now. But then someone spills a drink on her shoes. They're messing with her shoes now, and then someone steps on her toe. She just got her toes done, and then somebody slide up behind her, like just slides up behind her and grabs her waist just a little bit too familiar. They're a little bit too familiar and confident with this waist grab, and she's like, "Yo, this is crazy. Like y'all got me effed up out here." Like really effed up. And she starts pushing back, and suddenly, um, security notices her again. And not to help, but to kind of like warn her, to like calm her down, like, oh, you're out. And now she's confused. She's like, I belong here. Why are they talking to me like this? And she reaches for her purse again, and her ID is missing, and now it's serious. Now it's no holds barred out there. She don't got no ID. She's got no way to get back into the VIP. She ain't got no proof that she can get in the VIP. She has no access. Now she's feeling kind of naked in a room full of people. She starts yelling. She is belligerent, as anybody would be, right? You agree, right? She's mad now, and she starts yelling. And not at first. Not at first. Now she's at the bar. She's mad at the bar. She's mad at the crowd. She's mad at herself. She's mad at people already, the people in the VIP. She's looking up at the VIP with all the stain in her face. And now she's looking back towards that balcony in the VIP, and she's shouting. And she doesn't do this once. She doesn't do this twice. She does this over and over again, like I don't know, like 13 times now. Each time her whining and crying and malaise sounds a little different. Like she's at one point, she's like, "This ain't fair. This ain't fair." That's how she was going on at one point in the night. And then next thing you know, a couple songs later, she's like, "Yo, but I didn't do nothing. I ain't do shit. I ain't do nothing." Right? And then next she's like, yo, I just wanted to move around. I just wanted to move around a bit. Come on, let me back in a VIP. She's like, why would you let this happen to me? And it's fine. She's like, oh, my feet hurt. I'm so tired. Please let me back in. And then at that point, I don't know what comes over her, but there's like a turning point with her, and she realizes something very brutal. She sits down, she's gone through all that, and she just realized, she's like, listen, I can't yell at security because they ain't robbed me. I can't get mad at the VIP because VIP didn't disappear on me. Ain't nobody trick her. She just broke her alignment. You know what I mean? She was confusing herself and her weightedness in VIP with access, and she thought she was immune to all that bullshit in the club because she was in the VIP all the time. And she also forgot the rules, and she forgot the rules because she literally was in the VIP above them, but she thought she was above them, you know? Now she's learning her lessons. She's getting a little wiser. She got spanked. She's getting a little wiser, and her tone starts to change. And she stops being accusatory when she's just like yelling back at the VIP. And she understands. She asks questions. She starts asking questions like, "Hey, listen, what do I need to do to get back in here? Like, who do I need to talk to? I'm sorry, what did I forget?" And security starts to respond to her. And they don't respond to her with any type of attitude. They just start giving her instructions. They're like, "Yeah, listen, you can't go back like this. You got to retrace your steps. You got to go get some of that stuff that you lost, that you dropped, and you're going to have to remember who you are." So she does. She finds her phone. It's cracked, but it's working. She can still get in there, and she still has some storage for photos, right? She gets her ID back. It's a little bent up, a little scuffed, but it's legible. It's good. Now the money is gone. That part she's gonna have to accept, and she accepts it. And that loss teaches her something. It teaches her, and she finally walks back toward the balcony. And this time she's a little slower. She's a little bit more humble, and she's a lot more aware of what's going on in the club. That club looked great when she was up there in the VIP balcony, and she could see people throwing it in a circle from up on the rafters. But when you get down on that dance floor, come on, man, there's people are upset. They're in there, they're getting drunk because their life isn't going well, and this girl is trying to get attention and show her body and shake it all up because she doesn't have good self-esteem within herself, and the floor is nasty and it's got vomit on it. It doesn't look as grand on that floor level as it looked when she was up in that VIP, right? So she realizes this and she starts gathering her things, and this time security lets her through, checkpoint by checkpoint. Not because she's demanding it, but because she understands what's going on now. And she returns to the VIP, and she's changed. She's not just humbled, but she's educated. And now here's the truth: that club we could consider the entire existence, our existence. You know, that VIP balcony represents a higher consciousness. The security is it's like structure, it's discipline, and the dance floor, that club, the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Like that dance floor, that is what is the material world. It's loud, it's distracting, convincing you that losing yourself is normal. And I tell you that story because that is basically the story that I've been reading. And that story is called the Pistis Sophia. And it's an ancient Gnostic text. And it was dangerous. It was considered a dangerous book, so dangerous that it had to be hidden. And because it says this, and this is the reason why it was considered dangerous. It says that the soul does not fall because it's sinful. It doesn't fall because the soul's not failing or falling because it's sinful. It falls because it forgets its level. It forgets its level. And Imani is remembering. Kwanzaa isn't about comfort. It's not about correction. You know what I mean? It's Imani, and it's asking us tonight that faith. It's asking, what have you dropped trying to move freely about this dance floor? Hmm? You lose a little clarity, perhaps a little discipline, your sense of self. Yo, as we step into this new 2026, a new era, whatever you want to call it, like we have to realize that there's systems out there collapsing, and there's a lot of noise out there. and everybody's selling wristbands that's going nowhere and going to let you into nowhere. And Imani is here to demand that we remember who the fuck we are before the crowd decides for you. The Pistis Sophia taught me that faith without understanding will cost you something, you know? And it's a belief that without memory, you're going to be left stranded. So I would recommend it as a good read. You know, you can read it. You don't gotta worship it, but it's just a good read that will help you recognize whatever's in it in yourself. Because the loudest people in the room are not usually the highest ones. And knowing your section, knowing that you're meant for that VIP section might save your life. I'm Mo 3Times. This is my day 15 of 30. A little address to each and all of you. Thanks for everybody that came out, called in yesterday for our Wednesday We Live. There's no we without you. And thanks for checking me out, Mo 3Times, talking shit, getting clicks. I will be on this thing daily, so please like, share, share this with a friend, and hit the alerts, because this day whatever of 30, they come at odd times of the day, and that's what it is. What's going on, Kato? So that's it, guys. That's all I had to say to you for the day. I appreciate your ears on this one. Do me a favor, hit like, share, send a comment, feedback, whatever you need to do. I'll see you later. Peace. Faith without memory.